All right, dig it. Poop butts. I haven't been posting on my YouTube thing only just because I've been really enjoying being away from the bullshit. I'm not on any meta, or I've been booted off of it, and it's actually been really good for me. But I want to talk a little bit about, always with machine builders. Oh, I'm on Oliver's podcast. You can go see it. It's pretty interesting. But always with tattoo machine builders, always there's schism. I've been around tattoo machine builders for decades. And even I can always pretty much tell how long people have been building or what by the bullshit that's going on. And right now, there's been a lot of name calling and shit. Especially like those political affiliations or it's so funny to me because it's a typical thing you learn in logic class. There's there's different things that you learn in arguments, like ad populum. Everybody knows that. Ad hominem, you attack the person rather than the premise, all that shit. And they're going after my friend. Oh, he's a Nazi, he's a this, he's a that. And what the fuck does that have even if he was, which he isn't, he's just an American guy. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Whenever anyone throws that out first, Nazi, I always think, do you even know what a Nazi is? Because most of the time when they're talking about, oh, he's fat, they're fascists or they're Nazis, the very things they're doing are Nazis. Like I heard one guy send a machine back to somebody because he doesn't want to be associated with, because the guy's apparently a Nazi. And I just laughed and I thought, so what are you doing about the freeways? Because the Autobahn was the invention of the Nazis and the freeway. So you don't drive on the freeway? I mean, there's so many things that if you're really going to do that, it's, what do they call it? It's that virtue signaling. And, he makes these really good machines, my friend, and they're the best. They truly are the best. I've ever, and I mean, I have a ton of fucking machines, is one thing I know. And he was very innovative. I have his machines, the first ones he built all the way to 2 months ago or something. And it was a progress, and the innovations he did come up with. He built his machine theories on Paul Rogers and Scott Sterling and Rollo in particular, Mike Malone. But there's some cat that is making the replicas. They aren't it, because I truly believe he's not even making them. In my opinion is that he has some machinist and he shows them and they make them, that he himself doesn't make them at all. Because if he did, he wouldn't say comments like, mine run at lower voltage, because I never met anyone that made machines run at lower voltage. But there is an argument that, what's that matter? What, are you trying to save electricity? You dig? It is a fucking tattoo machine, nothing more. But one of the things they do when he gets on him, and it's like, why can't you build your own? First, if he's a real machine builder, the guy making the copies, I've been talking to other machine builders, it's been the topic of conversation. He'd probably make a couple reverse engineered machines like my friend, and then go back to his thing or invent on top of it, anything. But when you're making them consistently the same, everything, the looks, the everything, I don't believe the wiring's the same. I don't believe that the capacitors are the same numbers, all that stuff. Every machine builder I've ever known that bit ideas from other guys, they find it and they're like, oh, this is great. But then they always, it's almost an ego thing, go back to whatever they're doing to build them. And in this particular case, I don't see that at all. And I think it's just funny. And then I guess what everyone, they've done it to me before too. They start attacking, they're like wolves. They see one thing and they assume, oh, this guy's this way, or they're like, oh, he called me such and such a name, and I always think, well, were you acting like one? You dig? I mean, with this whole political correct thing in our country, anybody can call out anybody and say they aren't being, and you can't even walk that line. The virtue signaling is just, but that's all a product of social media. And, I don't know what these guys even really know about Nazis. The name Nazi comes from the German name of the National Socialist Workers' Party. And Nazis were far left. The woke crowd, or whatever these motherfuckers, whatever they are, that's what the Nazis were, except with nationalist pride. And somehow these kids have been convinced to hate America, yet everything they have and everything they do is available because of the freedoms the design of the United States gave them. It's quite a phenomenon, and I think a lot of it comes from of course, the media, social media. People are influenced by they're dumb. I truly believe people are dumber than they were. I took IQ tests when I was locked up. They made me take IQ tests, and my numbers were high. And they thought I was cheating. They made me do it 3 times, and then they just gave up on it. And I'm not saying, I'm pretty stupid, so don't misunderstand that either. But I recently took another one, and it was insanely simple, and I was just like, whoa. But you can see that anyway. I would think that it if they understood what the National Socialist Workers' Party, anybody can call anyone racist. They can. It's really easy to throw smut on somebody. It's like really easy. It's another thing for the person to have to deal with the fallout. You see, I choose to never name someone on here or whatever, because I always figure, well, maybe I'll see them face to face and then we can deal with it. Because all that name calling and back and forth, there's a guy, he's my age, and he's got some fucking beef with me. There's more than one, of course, but this particular guy, one time he was in a phone group with me, and he was acting like, I don't want to be here, making some statement. And I was like, dude, you can just and the dude called me, and I'm like, I'm not going to answer. Calling ain't even, it's the same shit. He's fucking on the other coast. So what? I'm going to answer the phone and he's going to motherfuck me? No, man, we'll bump into each other and then we can straighten it out or not. Or, man, me, the life I've had, it's easier to not be in beefs. It's just easier. And 99 times out of 100, it's not even worth swinging on. Or, and especially as I get older, they're gnats. They're like fucking gnats. And they get all in an uproar over something. And who knows? They're on drugs. They're on alcohol. They have a bad diet. They might be on some kind of prescription meds or steroids, or that gives them some kind of, it is just, in this world today, it is just insane. But see, this is why I'm not even on my YouTube thing, because I just feel like this is just a waste of energy. I've been in the middle of writing a book and stuff. But I appreciate everybody's comments, and, maybe I'll trying to build this up. I don't know. But you guys know where to find me. Reach out. Watch the podcast with Oliver. It's tattoo related completely. Not, old stories. And in the book I'm writing right now, it's not tattoo related. And I'm finally like boogieing on it, and I'm real excited about it. I gotta get the door. Anyway, hold fast, you guys. Stay true to your fucking selves.